The simple fact that the owner came out and said, this is not the player I wanted. Shedeur is not my pick. That alone, that tells you all you need to know.
Me personally, I don't think he would want to carry 4 quarterbacks because as long as Shedeur Sanders is on that team, there are going to be questions, Hoosh.
There's going to be questions as soon as they start losing.
I'm committed to his development. We'll continue to focus on getting our guys better. And that's what we'll stay committed to, and that's what's important to me.
This is the kind of story that gets a coach fired. The kind of story that flips a locker room. The kind of story that sends a fan base into a full roar. If you care about this team and this quarterback, lock in. Like and subscribe. And if you love Shedeur, then comment SS 100%. Kevin Stefanski says he does not worry about outside noise. He says he is committed to development. He says that about all rookies. He says the focus is getting guys better. He says that is what matters to him. Those were his words when the heat first hit his headset. But the actions on game day tell a different story. You did not give this man a fighting chance to compete. That is what people are saying. He went into a gunfight with 2 knives. He will lose that every time. You waived Tyler Huntley right after. So what good did that 2-minute drive do for him? Would Shedeur not have benefited more from that 2-minute work than Tyler Huntley? Fans say the coach waved the white flag. They say he surrendered momentum. They say he took the ball from his young quarterback right when it mattered. The pressure is mounting on both the coach and the Browns to make a decision. After the game, the offensive line that had been on the field with Shedeur was waived. Some players had their contracts terminated. The backlash was loud. The coach had to step to the mic and explain why Shedeur's playing time got cut. The question was simple. Why pull him before the crucial 2-minute rush drive? Many believed that spot was built for a young quarterback to shine. Stefanski did not look calm. He did not sound sure. The pressure felt real. He said he brought in Snoop Huntley for the last 2 minutes to get him tuned up. He said Snoop needed that time. That was the public line, but the plan blew up fast. The whole thing backfired. The Browns gained nothing from that drive. The young quarterback lost a window to grow in live fire. Let's be honest, Tyler Snoop Huntley was an emergency signing. He stepped in when injuries hit. He was a body to fill a gap. He was never a lock to make this roster. Yet the coach pulled Shedeur to give those snaps to Snoop. The tone of his voice told on him. He sounded upset. He sounded boxed in by his own choice. It felt like the situation was spiraling. Reporters pressed him again. Why not keep Shedeur in for the 2-minute? Why take him out? He answered with nothing more than we decided to give Snoop that work. That did not sit right. Then the former Pro Bowl receiver TJ Houshmandzadeh blasted the move. He said in all his time, he has never seen a coach who did not want a player to succeed. He said it looks personal. He said the bias is obvious. He warned that, if this is real, the pressure to fire Stefanski will get worse. Fans will say Shedeur is our quarterback. He should start week 1. They did not want that to happen. Houshmandzadeh said the body language from the coach looks like a man scared to lose his job. And this is not a one-off. Houshmandzadeh pointed back to the first preseason game. He said Shedeur played clean ball. He said the kid was flawless. Yet Stefanski refused to praise him. No energy. No love. No, this kid exceeded expectations. The coach kept it bland. He deflected. He said we are developing all the quarterbacks. Now after yesterday, you want to make it look like Shedeur was the problem. Like the coaches were right, and the kid was wrong. It feels like a setup. It feels like they wanted him to fail, so they could justify what they already planned to do. A lot of people say TJ got it right. From that very first warm-up game, the vibe was clear. The coach did not want to give Shedeur his flowers. He would not acknowledge a standout performance. He kept it vague. He hid behind general development talk. Anyone watching could feel it. Stefanski did not look invested in seeing Shedeur succeed in Cleveland. And now the pressure is on him. He seemed determined to push the kid out of town, but irony hit fast. The coach is the one in danger now. He is backpedaling. He is saying he will work on developing Shedeur. That sudden shift is a tell. He feels the heat from the fans. It is not just fans. Journalists and analysts are calling this out. A creator named OO weighed in with a strong take. He said the lineup around Shedeur was not roster-worthy. He said the coach placed the rookie with players who will not make the team. He said that is a setup for failure. He said even Tom Brady would struggle with that cast. So of course the kid struggled. That was bound to happen with that level of help. OO even talked about the COVID year that gave guys extra eligibility. Some of these fringe players are older and still grinding for a shot. That was his point on the depth chart and the talent gap. In his live stream he asked the chat if they thought the coach took a shot or not. He checked his phone. The chat lit up. They said he took a shot. Then OO laid down a warning. He said critics who are paid by the Browns would start labeling Shedeur a failure. They would call him a fifth-string quarterback. They would push that label. They would ignore the context that set him up to fail. He argued that all of this is part of an effort to bring Shedeur down. He said some people are more focused on tearing the kid apart than telling the truth about what happened on the field. On the setup, on the roster around him, on the timing, and the calls. OO was spot on about the setup, but he was wrong about one thing. He said the coach and the team would get away with it. That is not happening. Fans are pushing hard for the Browns to sack Kevin Stefanski. They call it discrimination toward Shedeur Sanders. The pressure is getting louder. It is getting harder to ignore by the day. Skip Bayless jumped in next. He slammed the Browns for how they handled Shedeur. He called it the worst way to manage a young player. He said this is a pattern, not a single mistake. He said Shedeur has not been given the chances or the support he needs to thrive. He said the weight on the kid keeps growing because of the team, and he did not hold back on the tone either. I am outraged. I am sickened. I am saddened. Those sorry-ass Browns. And sorry-ass Kevin Stefanski. That was Skip. That is the level of heat on this. Look at how this has unfolded, and tell me this is not a setup. Stephen A. Smith said it from the jump. When Shedeur got his first preseason start, he said the Browns were setting him up for failure. That sounded bold then. It looks even more accurate now. The kid did not get meaningful team reps. The play calling was suspect. The situations were not tailored to his strengths. Stack all that up and it looks designed to make him struggle. Shedeur Bush added another layer. He said Shedeur was never a true priority for the Browns. He said the kid went the extra mile. He arrived early. He stayed late. He put in the extra work to prove himself. He wanted to earn it the hard way. But the coach did not want him to succeed. That is how it looked from the outside. So fans are now calling for Stefanski to step down. They are loud about it. They are done with what they see, as the IASG Bush said it plain. When they are at practice, Shedeur Sanders is not their priority. When he is at practice, he was staying hours beforehand. Leaving hours later. The effort was there. The support was not. So where are we now? The situation is hot. The treatment of Shedeur under Kevin Stefanski has sparked a real storm. What looked like a promising shot turned into a pattern of mismanagement. Key voices have pointed out the same flaws. TJ Houshmandzadeh, OO, Skip Bayless, G. Bush, they all point to the same core issues. Lack of meaningful support, lack of praise when deserved. Questionable game day choices, pulling him in a moment built for growth. Putting him with an offensive line that got waved after. And when he struggled, they framed it as his fault. They ignored the external factors that any honest eye can see. The pressure on Stefanski is undeniable now. Fans want accountability. Analysts want accountability. The focus has shifted to leadership. To vision. To how the Browns develop talent. Do they recognize the mistake and correct their approach? Do they rebuild the plan around Shedeur? Do they give him real reps, real protection, real chances? Or does the kid become another victim of a broken system? That is the fear. That is the question. The pressure is on. Change may be inevitable. So what do you think about the tension around Kevin Stefanski and his treatment of Shedeur Sanders? Was this poor judgment, or is there something more going on? How do you feel about the pressure he faces now with fans and analysts calling for accountability? Was Shedeur set up to fail? Or were there other factors at play? Should Stefanski step down? Or is there still a road for him to turn it around? Drop your thoughts below, like and subscribe. And if you love Shedeur, then comment SS 100%.